It's like when people ask me if I'm a musician, I'm like, I play with the piano sometimes.
Sometimes the piano lets me play. Usually it
Yeah.
doesn't.
All right.
Alright, should do some player introductions here. So spawning in the bottom right of, what map is this? Polar Knight,
Yep.
the blue Zerg player from Team IBM. We forgot to do game card. Oh, that's right. So he's going to be a very dull blue. Well, but this is going to be Variance, our platinum recently promoted player.
Oh, really? You got what? Sweet.
Yeah, just got promoted
Nice.
in the last game. And spawning in the top is going to be the red Terran player from MM Vision. It is Tuller. So I was telling Brad beforehand, I noticed these guys are all playing in Smurf accounts.
Oh, this is all no history for any of them.
Yeah, so this is like super serious.
Well, if they're on the European server, that might actually make sense.
Yeah, actually, can we look at their European stats?
Oh, that's true. I hadn't considered that.
They're Smurf
Also-
American accounts. That'd be pretty intense.
Also, Terran went gas first. I don't. That probably means some early tech or something, but who knows?
Well,
You know,
looks
minor
like Variance
details.
can sneak in with a couple Zerglings without the ramp being whatever. So
He also goes and drone scouts it, so he knows exactly what's up. Got done his early hatch.
yeah, and he's being a pest. Always a pest.
Those pesky drones. I think
I
you
don't
should
like
have
that
kept on
'cause
jumping on the.
The
I
game
see.
shouldn't be advantageous for faster players. And that's what Variance is taking advantage of because he can click faster, which is super unfair, you know?
Yeah, him using his natural abilities to be better than
Yeah, that's BS. The
What
game
an
should just
asshole.
it should just handicap for every player. Actually, that's why I play Protoss because that's essentially what it is. Oh, Variance's drone died a terrible death.
Yeah.
Lapped.
First monk.
So we do have one Rex into gas for the Terran here, but strangely enough, he didn't go Reaper. Most of the time we see Reapers coming out in ZBT, but instead he is choosing to just build Marines. Notably, he doesn't have a wall here either, but it looks like he's got it set up so he gets a structure or an add-on. He's going directly into factories. This is actually a very old school build. This was more what you would see in Wings of Liberty, where you would get the barracks first and then get the factory, and you would typically build 4 to 6 Hellions and then go to the starport and start the Reaper Honor medevac push. Very standard opener from Variance. You would hatch first in the pool and then gas, and he's pulling off here. Yeah, he's pulling off at 100 gas just to start speed. So he'll probably be able to play a back game. Interesting overlord. Oh, there is a. Oh, I didn't notice what's happening in the map.
He only just started his orbital command though, which is very late.
That is very late orbital, and we don't have the reactor coming out. So typically in this build, you would get the reactor on the barracks and then swap the factories in as it finishes. But he did not do that. He's just building Marines one at a time, and instead is opting for the tech lab.
Interesting. So
Are you going
Tech
straight
lab
for
would be
upgrades? He just dropped an energy
tanks,
bay.
looks like.
Yeah, so this almost looks like some sort of one-base tank Marine push.
I think this is like the build I did, right? When I played Zerg or Terran that one time. And just all in with tanks and Hellbats, I think.
Yeah.
Although I didn't make an engineering bay with that, so I don't know.
Yeah, this is very confusing. Variance was floating about 500 minerals for a second there, and he's only on one queen, which is kind of surprising.
2 more.
And he's actually building quite a few links. He's got 3 out and 6 more in production, so 9 Zerglings this early.
Yeah, it looks like he's scattered out pretty much everything that's going on
Yeah.
previously.
Probably
Sacrifice Overlord.
Yeah, he's gonna see that there's no command center, which at this point in the game is very suspicious. Unless
Is he gonna make one now? Looks like he is making a late one. But I think you would read this as an all-in.
you would until, yeah, okay, so Variance has got this Overlord here. So as soon as he sees that command center, so Variance should respond now by droning and probably taking a third. It's only a 30 drones, maybe just droning.
He's also getting a Banewing nest.
Yeah, I don't think this looks like a Baneling bust, because, I mean, he does have 10 lings out here and he's throwing down the Baneling nest, but he saw that there was a tank up there, and you really can't Baneling bust into a tank.
No. He did just delay the command center, though. He killed off that working SCV.
Yeah, that's a really nice pickup.
He can't kill the building itself because there's too many Marines, but...
I was just gonna say that Keeler wasn't building any SCVs, but then he just queued 5 of them all at once, so...
Oh, classy.
It's like me.
It's the kind of stuff I pull with my Terran.
It's a planned build. That's how I play.
Coming down for Variance.
Along with a bunch more drones.
Yeah, so I think Terran's got too much gas in this build. Unless he's planning on doing some cooler techs.
Yeah,
Maybe
he hasn't
making
dropped
more
his
factories
starport yet.
Yeah, or
He needs a
starport.
starport or a factory. Starport
What
would be
uses-
good for the medevacs.
What uses a ton of gas as Terran? Because whenever I played Terran, I could never use the gas.
I mean, you can go battle cruisers, but it's a pretty it's a pretty tough strat. You need to have a really high ABM to pull it off.
It's a pretty standard opening too. Jumping
Yeah.
into battle cruisers.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty
And
fun, actually. He should make battle cruisers.
yeah.
I'll be excited.
Well, instead of upgrading his natural to be an orbital command, he just queued 5 SCVs there as well. So
Yeah, and notably, he's only on 1 Rax and 1 factory now, with 2 base.
which production for Terran is not exactly stellar.
Right, but he is still at 24 SCVs, so it's actually, I mean, aside from having way too much gas, that's why he can't spend his gas, is the only gas unit he can build is tanks.
Yeah, he's still amassing a pretty decent army, but I think Variance has the right call by going Spire. Once Mutalists start coming in and pegging off some of these guys, I think
Yeah.
it'll be pretty difficult.
Did he go
And he has
Yeah, he's not getting a tech lab, so he's not gonna have stim.
there's a Spire up now, yeah.
Yeah.
And the starport's starting up. It's kind of hidden in the back, but it's starting.
Yeah,
There are no Widow Mines out on the map either, which is kind of important because those tend to wreck mutas kind of hard.
Well, I'm hoping for a tech lab on the starport. Just
Yeah,
a medevac. Darn it.
and the fusion reactor.
Yeah, that would be an awesome, like, that would take Variance by surprise, I think.
It would take
Although-
Variance by surprise.
It wouldn't probably be enough unless Variance is super passive to do anything for a while.
Yeah.
So really good map control by Variance here. You can see the spread of Zerglings and Overlords. He's going to see pretty much anything that comes out.
Yeah. And his creep is connecting all 3 bases. It hasn't pushed out towards the middle of the map at all, but
Right.
he's got good blocking on everything. Getting some spines down at his third to reduce the effectiveness of any drops that might come in.
Yeah, and Variance is up to 62 drones now, to just 37 SCVs, so 68 drones down. So Variance is getting pretty close to being saturated on 3 bases here. His 1-1 is
Interesting.
finishing up.
Some Vikings coming out too for Keeler, which I don't think are going to do so hot. Probably wants to scout around and get rid of some overlords.
Variance has enough gas saved up to start about 10 Mutalisks here.
Yeah.
That's the rules. Yeah, still just 1 Rax, 1 factory, 1 starport for the Terran player.
Yeah, I think
Natural is still just pumping out pumping out SCVs, no orbital, no planetary.
And Variance is, somebody's pointing out that Variance is dropping creep on one of the potential forts.
Looks like he's going to go do that on the other potential third. He's got the overlord moving into position.
Yeah, it looks like Variance is pretty firmly in control of this game.
Yeah. Here come the Mutalisks.
Yeah.
Is he
How many
making
is
it? No,
that?
he's making
8
an
of them?
armory. Darn it. I was hoping he was making a fusion core.
You
He's making a whole
might,
bunch of Vikings, which is an odd choice.
well, you know, Vikings are good against flying things.
Yeah, typically you only see Vikings against the late game Broodlord compositions.
Yeah. I don't think they're very good against Mutalisks, actually. I think they don't do extra damage to light, so they just kind of get wrecked.
Right, in straight up
Yeah.
fights, they'll trade almost 1-to-1 with
They're more expensive, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 150.
Yeah, Mutas are 100. So variances, I mean, if variance could have pounced on that army while it was out in the open there, away from that defensive circle of his tanks, it would have been. So, I don't think variance has any banelings out, but he does have baneling speed already finished. Yeah, so many free tanks for those Mutas.
That's very true.
Yeah, Mutas are gonna totally change the course of this game as soon as they show their face. They're just
Oh.
kind of collecting in the corner right now.
It looks like Cooler has used a couple of supply drops too, up at the top of his ramp. He finally has more barracks on the way.
Oh man, he's rich.
Floating 3,000 minerals. Holy cow.
I need his more production. He's so rich.
Yeah, he just.
Yule's OP, and he doesn't even have two two of the orbital commands yet.
Yeah, he's got 5 Vikings queued and he had 5 Widow Knights queued. He's on the Star Park Factory. He desperately needs more production at this point. He's got 2 more barracks.
Oh, there the Mutas are starting to
Oh, yeah.
wreck face. Oh, this
There
makes me
goes
feel bad.
all of those SCVs.
This hurts. This is like my games when Mutas come. I'm like, oh. Like,
Oh
yeah,
right, those units.
Yeah.
They're in the game.
Mutas are kind of good. Oh, the Widow Mine died.
Didn't quite
Well.
get burrowed in time.
Yeah, this is bad news right now. I think the Mutas can actually just kill everything unless they get wrecked by a Widow Mine.
Yeah, I don't know. Those Marines are 1-1, which can trade fairly well. Well, yeah, with the banelings rolling in.
Yeah, it's just death.
Widow Mines run on the high ground.
Ooh, that was a great Widow Mine hit though.
The
Yeah.
national's gone though, and those 2 barracks are pretty exposed. As soon as variance notices, he goes up with the surgeon.
And you're about to lose a lot of supply depots.
Tear the wall down. I don't think there's any turrets in the mineral line.
No.
I think this is gonna be game.
Yep. Supply is slightly in variance's favor.
The Widow Mine. Oh.
Kills a Muta.
Yeah.
The other one
Well.
kills some wings.
Think Keeler has a chance if this Thor comes out. If only that Thor came out, everything would be different.
Yeah.
Alright, good game, Variance.